Welcome to Beaconsfield Flora and Fauna Reserve. Today I'm going to show you a few beautiful things that are hanging around here, such as some rare and threatened vegetation communities, some birds and a few other bits and pieces. This place is just 45 minutes southeast of Melbourne, not hard to get to and worth the look, so let's go check it out. Cardinia Creek flows from the Cardinia Reservoir, through the hills and floodplains and into Western Port Bay. The name Cardinia comes from the Aboriginal Cardinia, meaning looking to the rising sun. The Bunurong Aboriginal people used to hunt, fish and camp along the creek. Today we enjoy the creek as a place to walk, fish and relax. Protecting the vegetation along the creek is important to protect water quality and habitat. The reserve is home to a diversity of local plants, from grasses and shrubs to trees and water plants. We can identify plants by looking at their leaf shape, bark, buds, fruits and flowers. If you look into the bush around you, can you notice the different layers of plants? At ground level, we have small plants like orchids, and then sedges and bracken. Above that is common heath and prickly currant bush, and the manna gum with their tall white trunks create the canopy and are called the upper story. All the layers of the bushland are important for different animals. There is a beautiful diversity of vegetation communities here, and perhaps the best way to describe what a vegetation community is if you remember a time when you were walking on a beach through the grass, well that's coastal grassland, or a time when you were on a mountain under some big trees, and that's montane forest. Here we have endangered dry rainforest, riparian grasslands and riparian woodlands. Riparian is basically the scientific term for creekside, so in a nutshell we've got heaps of beautiful different types of bush growing by the creek. Don't let the fact that it's raining deter you from coming out for a walk. Different things come out in the rain, and this is Melbourne, it can change in an instant. Dead trees might not look like much, but they are literal hotels to many animals. They can take 150 years to form, so if trees come down quicker than they grow up, it can be a real problem. And then you might start to get possums in your roof. The reserve is an important habitat for wildlife. Wallabies, cockatoos, platypus, echidnas, ducks, frogs and skinks are some of the animals you might see or hear. Here we can see a wombat that's made an extensive home in some of the soft sandy soil. And although it might sound appealing to some people living in a sand pit, it's not all fun and games around here. Living on the edge of this reserve poses many dangers to native plants and animals. Cars, wandering pets and feral animals can kill wildlife. Weeds such as this arum lily or bridal creeper can pose a serious threat to some of the vegetation quality. Some of the things that visitors leave behind might catch your eye. Not necessarily for the good reasons either. Building cubby houses and leaving rubbish and cutting down trees is not what this area is about. If you walk past some of the frog swamps after the rain, you'll hear the frog symphony, male frogs trying to sing out for a mate. Frogs are very sensitive to pollution because they breathe through their skin. The presence of frogs in the swamp is a good indicator of a healthy environment. Can you hear them? There are many ways you can help secure reserves like this one from the comfort of your own home. Composting, recycling, keeping pets safe at home, and planting native gardens. If you want to get out and have some fun, you can check out a night walk. That's alright. Alright guys, so we'll start going into the reserve now. And if you want to keep your eyes peeled on the bigger trees.
We're trying to do a lot of work with the people that use this reserve to try and improve it so that we can get the platypus further down. And hopefully one day we can just stand on this bridge and see the platypus swim underneath it.
There's no other leaves moving. Oh, look through there. There we go, guys. So we've got our first possum, guys.
Get the kids out. They can have some fun and learn
to
something.
Help animals in the bush.
Put your rubbish in the bin.
Put your rubbish in the bin. Good answer. Anybody else? What do you think, Carl? Well, I hope you've enjoyed our brief look at Beaconsfield Flora and Fauna Reserve. If you'd like to come out here and check it out for yourself, contact the Cardinia Creek Friends and they'll put a trail guide in your hand and you can come out here and get into it.